the Biltong making box. If you've seen the video that I put up recently of me actually making the Biltong, there are other things that you need to consider before you actually make the Biltong, because if you make the Biltong, where you're going to hang out to cure and dry, because you can't really hang it in the kitchen or shed or anything like that without having an actual cabinet or any other bits to go with it. This is actually my dad's one. I've got my own, which is at my fiance's at the minute, and so I'm going to show you inside this. And well, first you'll need a cabinet anyway. Regardless of size, you can get one of those, and it all depends on how much Biltong you want to make. If you're only just starting out, smaller the better, but as you progress with the experience of making Biltong, and more Biltong you make, the bigger the cabinet you'll need, and also the number of things that you'll need to have as well as this cabinet. So we're going to have a look inside now, and so yeah, this is basically what's inside. It's pretty simple. Yes, you do have to put everything together yourself. There's no point in getting an electrician, because they're going to charge you whatever they charge. So you do everything yourself. So you'll need, this is regarding the inside of the cabinet. Trying to remember the words now. And you need eye hooks. You'll need wire. You'll need heat lamps, so like reptiles. So if you own any reptiles yourself, they require heat lamps to keep warm or warm themselves up. So basically get a couple of heat lamps. Well, depending on the size of the cabinet that you've got, you'll need the lamp holders, particularly the screw-on. You need a thermostat. You need power cables, and you'll need a fan, particularly a USB powered one, so you can actually plug into a USB 3-pin plug and you plug into one, it's on. If you want to, you can actually have a thermometer like my dad's got here, which I don't have in mine. You need a couple of plugs if you're making your own cabling. You can have a switch in there as well if you wanted to. I didn't bother, so it's just a thermostat in there, and I've got one power cable that's coming from the outlet into the thermostat, which goes to the actual heat lamps themselves. And yeah, so if you're going for the small one, so one power cable in and one power cable out from the thermostat to the lamp. In this case, it's power cable in to thermostat switch, and from the switch it's the two lamps. So it's, and then the fan, my dad's got it to a different power point, which I haven't bothered. Just basically got a computer USB fan and the power to the thermostat and lamps. So 2 plugs for mine, which goes into a 2 socket extension cable. Simple as, really. So just here are the actual wires to hang your meat until they're dried and cured. There is another thing that you need to have as well before you actually hang your meat, are these S hooks, or known as butcher's hooks. So once you put your meat onto the hook itself, so it's hanging like that, and you hold it, and then when you put it onto the actual wire, it hangs like so. And yeah, it's pretty simple. So once you've literally defatted and cut the meat into strips, then you marinate that meat into malt vinegar and Worcestershire sauce for an hour, and then put the dry seasoning on. Once you've taken the meat out of the sauce, and put your dry seasoning on, let that sit for an hour. Once that's complete, put the meat onto the hooks, hang them up, obviously with the power going, and leave the meat in there for up to 7 days. Depending on how thin and small your meat slices are, it could be 4 to 5 days, but generally speaking it's 7 days to be properly cured and dried. So I'm just going to close that up now. So let's fast forward in a couple of hours and I'll show you mine. But before we do, I'm going to let you know that I am going to put a list of what you need in the comments below. I'll pin it there for you so you can actually see, including the ingredients for the original Biltong making recipe. And so yeah, let's fast forward in time and I'll show you mine. See you in a bit, guys. Right guys, this is my cabinet here. This is the one I made. I've got all the parts for it. I've got a spare heating lamp and a spare holder just in case the lamp goes or the holder goes. With my dad's cabinet, it's currently empty, and now this one has currently got Biltong in. It's still got a few days to go. They'll be there until Sunday. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention about things to get, which will be on the list, is the little sticky foam to go around the edges. It's just to help with keeping the flies out and whatever, including mesh that you can't see right now. It's just underneath the fan, I should say. It all helps to stop the flies getting in at the meat, spoiling it. It also helps to keep the unless the fan is on it on a hot day, it actually sucks up. And down below is the cabling for this unit. My USB fan is up there. It does have a switch. I can't get it right now, but it's got a little switch that has low, medium, high. That relates to the speed of the fan moving. Only use the fan when it's a hot day outside or within the house or wherever you're living. It draws the heat within the cabinet out, so basically it's regulating the heat. Because you don't want it too hot in there, otherwise it'll cook it as well as curing it. You don't want that to happen. You just want it to cure and dry out, and that's why it turns kind of a black colour. It's not because it's off, it's just cured. But yeah, this is just the size of my cabinet basically. And as regards to my dad's cabinet, it is wider than this, as you could tell. This has got it's got 2 heating lamps. Mine's only got the one. I'm not going to touch it because it is on at about 25 degrees. But yeah, I'm just going to take one of these out. So yeah, that's basically what the S hooks or the butcher's hooks look like with the meat on. Just hanging there. The wire and the hooks up there, it's just basically holding the meat on. But yeah, sometimes at some point we'll be doing another batch, not right now, because obviously this lot is curing. But if you have a larger cabinet, you'll have like different stages, so 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, so on, all up to 7 day. And you do a rotation, that's fine. I'm thinking of doing that myself, but not at this present time, because I don't have the room to do it, I don't have the custom to do it anyway, so just sticking to one. So yeah, that's one of the screw-in holders for the heat lamp. Then in this little box is the ceramic heat emitter. Pretty small, 75 watt. You can get one that has longer necks, but you don't need those. You just go with the small ones like that. And that basically helps. Basically you don't need a lot of power in these things anyway, because it's small. That came from the USB fan. Don't really need it, but it's I keep it anyway, just for backup use, including its screws. And yeah, it's pretty bog standard really. But anyway, as I said before, that I'm going to add in the comment section down below. It'll be pinned for both the tools and equipment required, including recipe and a linked video on how to make biltong. So hope this all helps for you if you want to make your own. Hey, take it easy guys.